thing that people often ask me is it possible to have multiple parcel or lot numbers on a single VA loan? I've seen some people try to do these package deals where they're getting a house with multiple lot numbers, maybe trying to get some extra acreage and trying to figure out, can you do that all on one VA loan? And so in this video, I want to talk about what is and is not allowed on that. So first, let's look at some official guidance. So I think on all these kind of things, you need to look at the VA handbook, see what the VA says about this topic. And then I will expand a little bit on what we actually see from an underwriting perspective. So let's hop right in. So let's do a little of this. So we are in the VA handbook right now. Let me hide this so I can actually read it. And so this is chapter 12 of the VA handbook, minimum property requirements. So the first thing is the property must be a single readily marketable real estate entity, and that's important. Multiple parcels, which is what we're talking about today, more than one parcel or lot may be included as long as all property is contiguous. In other words, they connect to each other and legally marketable. VA does not set a limit on number of acres that the property may have, although most lenders will limit that. If the property being appraised includes more than one parcel, the appraisal must be prepared subject to placing all the parcels on one deed with the title company. If the property is divided by a road or waterway, the appraiser must determine the effect on the utility of the property to ensure that the property is a readily marketable real estate entity. That's interesting that it actually allows roads to divide that, because I have actually heard underwriters talk about that if they're road dividing that. That's really interesting that the VA actually does not have any rules about roads, which I think is very interesting. So let's talk about the reality, because in reality it is different. Lenders do have a little more tighter guidance from what I've seen, and I do get quite a bit of calls on this. So I'm going to talk about different scenarios on this topic. So the first one is multiple structures, one parcel. They do not need to be attached to each other. So VA does allow you to have up to 4 units. So if you have 4 structures on one parcel, good to go. You're okay. So it might be a 4-plex, it might be 2 duplexes. If they're all in one lot number, you're okay. I've never seen any lenders not accept that. That's just considered a multi-unit property. You wouldn't need to live in one of the units. It can't be all rentals, but you could live in one, rent out the other 3. You're good to go. No problems there. The other one I have seen a bit is vacant lots in a house. I have seen where someone is buying, it happens a few times here in Ohio, especially where I'm at, where someone's buying a house and there's a vacant lot behind it and they want a little extra acreage and it's the same seller. We put them all together. Again, it has to be contiguous. They do have to attach, and you're just adding an extra large backyard, that type of scenario. That's totally good to go. No problems there. We'll even flash good to go on that, because it is good to go. So here is where it gets a little trickier. Multiple structures, multiple houses. Again, that gets back into the single real estate entity. And so most lenders will say multiple structures and multiple houses. So and it's actually where this came up, a borrower trying to buy a house in Florida where it was a main house, and then the house next to it had a mobile home on it, and they're trying to buy them all as one package deal. And the lender said, no, we couldn't do it because it's considered 2 different transactions. There should be one transaction for the lot and the house, and a second transaction for the lot and the mobile home, which was a buildable. It was an inhabitable mobile home. So there you go. So those are rules. Maybe if the mobile home on that particular lot was demolished, we probably could have gotten that to happen because, again, you can't have multiple lots, and if one of those is vacant, that could work as well. And I also have seen some lenders interpret it as, is the extra lot buildable? Some make a big deal about that. But as you can see from the official guidance, the VA official guidance doesn't say that the extra lots have to be buildable or not buildable. So that's really interesting. So that's, again, where we're getting into lender interpretation. And luckily, as a broker, I have a lot of different lenders I work with. And oftentimes I will get multiple opinions on these things that the VA handbook is a little more vague about. So there you go. That is some guidance for you about VA loans and buying a property on multiple parcels. As always, if you have a question about VA loans or anything else in particular, feel free to give me a call. My number is 937-572-3713 or scarpro.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.